Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. Today I'm going to be going into a bit of a deep dive into the majority of weapons that are out in the game, and I'm going to be reviewing what I think would be the best weapons to start considering taking to 120. I'm going to start with the different elemental weapons and the differences between them. Then I'm going to go into the non-elemental weapons, and after that I'm going to go into support weapons. That being said, let's get into it. I'm going to go down here to the draw, into the limit break draw, and I'm just going to go into here to my wish list right here, and we're going to start perusing some of the elemental weapons. So I'm going to start with elemental, like I said, then non-elemental, and then we'll get to support. Alright, so here I have 5 different weapons laid out. We have the Murasame, we have the Snowflake from Aerith, the Prism Rod by Aerith, I forgot what these are called, the Holy Flame Gloves from Tifa, and then, or actually this is Sky Splitter and this is Murasame. And I'm going to show you guys that a lot of them more or less aren't that different. So for elemental weapons, I think that I can preface this by saying I think you should choose your favorite weapons and the one that you use the most. For me personally, I will be choosing my weapons to take to 120 based on what the content requires. So I'm not just going to start, going down a list of things and taking those weapons to 120, because then when you come across something that you do need, you may have built something that you don't need, and then you can find yourself getting a little bit caught up. That being said, this video is to help everyone understand what weapons are going to be good, how they're going to be good, and what you can keep an eye of for when you are building those weapons, right? So I'm going to click here. We're going to look at Sky Splitter. I'm just going to go straight to OB10 120, because when you're building something, you're looking at the far end of it, right? Eventually, even free-to-play players are all going to get these weapons to OB10, granted that you have them on wish lists and if you are keen on building them. And if there are weapons that you are interested in taking to 120, they even have a higher chance of you getting them to that level, right? So if we look here, and this is going to be pretty unanimous across the board, the R abilities at OB10 level 120 are going to be physical attack plus 46, fire potency plus 39. Now if we go over here to the Murasame, we go to OB10 120, it's the same thing. Physical attack 46, lightning potency 39. So now if we go down, we look at some other of the weapons, right? So let's go to Cloud, we'll look at the Maritime Sword. All right, same thing. Physical attack 46, water potency 39. We go down to Sephiroth, we can look at Dark Heavens. Okay, that's going to be also 46 physical attack, wind potency 39. Now, there are some differences here. For example, if we go to Aerith's Floral Rod, which is a Imperil weapon, if we go to the R abilities here, you'll see that it's boost attack 62, and still wind potency 39. Now that 62 is going to hit you level 7 in the main hand. I highly doubt you would be using this in the main hand. However, even if you split that in half at 31, you're still hitting level 4, which is not bad at all. And at level 7, you're hitting magic attack plus 50, physical attack plus 50, and then the plus 25% to each one, along with the wind potency here. Now, most players aren't going to be able to start building these weapons and thinking about everything they can do with sub-weapons. We're going to be worried about main hand weapons right off the bat, and then slowly over time as we build them, we're going to move into offhand potentially, and then those weapons are going to become our sub-weapons, right? It's the same thing we did with level 90 before. I'm just here to kind of show you guys that maybe it's a little bit more lenient than we may have thought, right? So for the elemental weapons here, I think that you want to focus on at least one weapon per element. Now, I will say here that if you did pull Cloud's new Stream Saber, this is going to be a #1 prime candidate choice for an ice weapon, I would say. If you do have this weapon, even if you have it just at OB1, my recommendation goes to take this for an ice elemental weapon, a physical one. It's going to be to take this one to level 120. Now, that being said, when we go over here to water and we go to Glenn's, it's going to be the exact same thing. This boosts physical attack to all allies is incredibly powerful and is still going to be powerful even in a sub weapon when it's there. So that's going to take care of water and ice. Now, who knows what elements Zack and Sephiroth are going to get when they drop 6 days from now. I'm guessing that they're going to be one of the other 4 elements that are in the game, and they could be magic as opposed to physical. We'll just have to cross that bridge when we get there. Now, some other interesting ones here are Aerith's Snowflake. And when it comes to a magic ice weapon, right, with good ice potency, this one really stands alone. We have magic attack at 62 and ice potency at 39, which is absolutely insane. This is very powerful. If you were to stack this into Sephiroth's sub-weapons with edged wings, he is going to be hitting like a freaking monster truck. It blows my mind how much stronger it is. I mean, this has almost 20 more points than the physical attack ones. I've yet to find a elemental physical weapon that goes up to 62 physical attack. I mean, if we look at this, 62, this is capped at level 7 in the main hand right here. Magic attack plus 100, plus 50%. It's pretty damn powerful, right? But other than that, I haven't really found too many other things. So if we go here to the Prism Rod, this one is HP 46, so pretty good. 46 is going to get us to level 6 right here, HP 250, 70% boost. And then the wind potency. The potencies seem as if they're staying the same, capping out at 39. And then if we go here to Tifa's Holy Flames, we have the physical attack 46 and the ice potency 39. So if you don't have Cloud's new weapon, Tifa's are going to be a great option for a physical ice elemental glove. And then for a magic one, if you want a weapon that's going to do more damage, you're going to use it more as DPS, I recommend Sephiroth's Edged Wings right here. That's going to be the typical magic attack 46, ice potency 39. However, if you're a strong ice character, you want to definitely bring the Snowflake in with Aerith. You can bring that up to 120, plug that into his sub weapons, and it's going to be pretty damn powerful. So I think that's going to basically wrap up elemental weapons. Like I said, choose the ones that are your favorites. Personally, I'm holding off. I'm not just going to start building right out the gate. I'm going to let the content decide what I'm going to build. That way I'm never feeling like I'm over grinding, trying to finish everything in this game. I want to remind you guys, Ever Crisis is a marathon. This is not a sprint. And if you're approaching this game like a sprint, trying to max out every single thing you have, and I know that can be a tendency of Final Fantasy players. We love to grind stuff. We love to build things up and level up everything, have everything. But we never will in this game, right? There's always going to be something new. And, so relish in the fact that we can constantly do what we like to do. But if you try and attack everything head on, get everything max level, it's just going to burn you out over time. All right, so that being said, let's move into the non-elemental weapons and we'll see where this goes. All right, guys, moving into the next section here. Before I actually get into all the non-elemental weapons, I did peruse through the rest of these weapons, looking for the ones with the truly high main stat, and I was able to find a few of them. Now, I'm not sure if they're here for all of the weapon or elemental types, but here we have Bald Eagle. This is going to be a very, very powerful sub-weapon. It's going to be physical attack 62, ice potency 39. It seems like these are the true powerhouses here, the ones that can hit 62 in the main slot and then still retain the 39 elemental potential in the secondary slot. So here we have one for ice, and this one's physical. Snowflake is going to be magic attack / ice potential at 62. Then here we have Red 13's Canyon Caller. This is going to be magic attack at 62, wind potential at 39, and another amazing, super strong sub-weapon right here. Moving into the Floral Rod, which we already looked at. This one is going to give base attack 62, wind potency 39, so also very, very powerful. Right here we have Zack's Black Whiskers. This is also going to give physical attack 62 and water potency 39. So as you guys can see, searching and looking for the weapons that have, you know, this 62 point stat in the main slot right there is going to be very, very, very powerful. Now, how to balance that while building new weapons, because I don't think I would prioritize building sub weapons over main hand weapons. However, a lot of these could be main hand weapons. If you're a big Glenn player, this Ultimatic is going to be super powerful. It has the boost attack at 62, boost physical ability potency at 39. You know, Zack's Black Whiskers is the only water and peril weapon in the game. This is a great weapon. I've had this on the wish list literally since it dropped. I think I have mine up to OB7 or OB8 right now, and I'm glad that I have been doing that, because this is going to be an amazing weapon in the back end for running a water team, or even for Zack up front. 62 physical attack is going to max him right off the bat in the main hand, or even if it's in the sub hand, it's going to bring him pretty damn close. So it's going to be pretty easy to max physical attack. So that's something that you guys want to keep an eye out for. I'm not going to go through in this video and check every single character to see what they have. That would take far too long, but just keep in mind that there are certain weapons that can hit that higher degree of stat in the main hand. All right, that being said, let's get into the non-elemental ones. And we're back. We're about to check out the non-elemental weapons. Before I go into this wish list here and show you guys which ones I picked out and thought would be good, I'm going to go over here and check out the Final Fantasy IX crossover weapons along with the guide gloves just to see where they stand. I think overall the guide gloves would be probably a great candidate right here. If we look at OB10 120, the physical attack is not the highest at 31, but the boost physical ability potency here at 52 is going to put you at 70% physical ability damage with one weapon in the main hand, which was absolutely insane. So if you were lucky enough to pull for these and get them, this is a great candidate for a non-elemental weapon choice to take to 120. All right, now let's look at, let's see here. We have the Amaranth's Claws. All right, these are going to get you to boost HP 46, boost physical ability 39. The HP is going to get you to 250, 70%, so not bad at all. And the 39 is going to get you to 60%, so also pretty solid, though I'm not sure, depending on how strong you have them, or if you have them at all, I think there may be better choices. It depends on whether you want physical attack or having HP. Sometimes I find that having HP can be really helpful, because going full DPS build often leaves you a little wanting in the defensive category. Now let's go down here and let's find the Zidane sword, which is right here. Here we have the Zidane sword. It's going to be pretty standard. Boost physical attack 46, boost physical ability potency 39. I really only suggest doing this one if you were one of the lucky people to get it above OB6, maybe even OB7, OB8. But the thing is that these limited weapons are very hard to build over time. So the likelihood, unless you already have it OB10 or close to it, the likelihood that you're going to keep putting weapon parts into it is lower, right, as more limited things start to come out. But I did want to at least check those out. Let's check out the one last one, the Kuja's Spirit Blade. This one at 120. Doesn't really seem that great. 46 magic attack, 26 ability potential is not the greatest. And last but not least, let's check out the ceremonial sword right here, which is Zack's. And this one's going to also be pretty standard. Boost physical attack 46, boost physical ability potency 39. So we are looking for those 62 ones, right? But honestly, these are going to be great. These are pretty standard all across the board for any of the DPS weapons. You saw them in the elemental ones. Now you're seeing it in the non-elemental ones. So let's go back to the draw. We'll go to here. I'll go to my wish list. I'm just going to go through these ones right here. So here is Zack's Twinkling Star. At 120, this one's pretty amazing. It has boost HP 46, boost physical ability potency 39, basically exactly the same as the Amaranth's Claws. So if you want something that has a little extra HP, this one's going to be great. Plus, this is a great weapon all around. Magic attack down, physical defense down. I just love this weapon. I think it's a great weapon overall. Going over, we have Matt's Killer Hornet. It's going to be the same thing. Boost physical attack 46, boost physical ability potency 39. So also very strong candidate. And you're going to want to consider these if you already have them built. These are going to be weapons that are already a part of your main kit that you've already built up, and they're going to show you a lot of growth by taking them to 120. Glaried is one I think that doesn't really get that much attention. I like this one. It has boost physical attack 46, but then boost limit break potency 52. Now that 52 is going to get us in the main hand almost all the way up to 85%. You'll be getting 70% here, And if you happen to stack anything else on this, you could be doing way more damage with limit breaks than with summons, depending on how you built it right. Glare Reed is often something that I pair with Sephiroth when he's running a physical build, often with Dark Heavens, and I found a lot of use for it in the past, so I did put it here. I am putting the Heavy Hauser, which is a great weapon. It has boost attack 46, boost ability potency 39. Boost attack is not quite as good as physical attack, but it is good oftentimes as a sub weapon in the back end if you already have physical attack maxed, which is easy to do and easier to do as the days go on. Last but not least, we've already shown it, but we have Glenn's Ultimatic right here. Boost attack 62, super powerful. Boost physical ability potency 39. Now, I did want to show this right here, which is Sephiroth's Radiant Edge. We already saw the S-class caliber other weapons with the 62 points in the main slot for water. We saw it for lightning. Lucia's Thunderbird has it for lightning. For magic, we saw it in the Floral Rod, we saw it in the Canyon Collar, we saw it on Snowflake. This is the fire potency one that boosts physical attack. So just so you guys know, Radiant Edge is the one. I'm starting to see a pattern here, and that pattern is weapons that were kind of special and an extra part. So if you went the extra mile to get an extra weapon on a banner, right? So most people went for Sky Splitter, right? But not everyone went the extra mile to get Radiant Edge, and for those that did, you will be rewarded here in the R abilities. All right, that being said, these are going to be my non-elemental candidate choices, just for you guys to give a layout of what's out there, what could be good for your team. That being said, let's get into the support weapons. Let's go. Alright guys, here we are heading into the home stretch. I'm going to be checking out some of the good support weapons that I found in the game, but before we get into this wish list, I'm going to head over to my weapons and I want to check out some of the free event weapons, because we all know those are some of the strongest sub weapons in the game. I bring them into every single hard boss fight. Weapons like this, the Feather Scatter, so I'd like to see how good they are actually at 120, right? So this one is going to go from... Mine's at level 70. It has 21 HP, 22 physical defense. It's going to go to 31, 26, so definitely a little bit better. Let's see what the 1000 Waves looks like. It's going to be HP, magic defense. To be honest, I know I really like these weapons, but it's going to be hard to convince people, I think, to go to 120 for any of these sub weapons. I was expecting them to be a little bit better here, but they don't look that much better. Here we have the Hell House Collar at 90, so 2724, and at 120 it's 3126. So we have, it goes up 4 points on HP and 2 points on physical defense. So I think at this point in time in the game, not going to be super relevant building these, so that's good. At least we covered that. Now we know. So let's go back here and look at the weapons that are going to be more viable for covering. And we're going to start with Yuffie. Yuffie has a lot of the best support weapons in the game, and if you guys have found any other great ones, please let me know. Before I get into this, I do have one other that I couldn't fit in here. This is Barrett's Heavy Vulcan. It has boost magic defense 62, which is absolutely insane, plus Earth potency 39. Now, we don't really have much for Earth at the moment, but this could be a very, very, very strong support weapon at some point in time in the game later on. So if you happen to have gotten a bunch of lucky copies of this, you are in luck for what's to come later on. All right, so first off the bat in the wish list, we have Yuffie's Arctic Star. This one's going to have physical attack 46 and buff debuff extension 39. At 39, she's going to be getting effect duration 150%. So even if you don't have one of those special costumes, if you level up 1 or 2 of these sub weapons and stick them into your if you level up 1 or 2 of these buff duration weapons and put them into your sub weapons, it's going to pay off pretty well, I think. Here's another one right here. It's basically a carbon copy. This is physical attack 46, buff debuff extension 39. This is the Wind Slash. And this right here is the a weapon that has the highest R ability stat for healing in the game. This is going to be boost heal 62. So instead of having to stack 2 weapons in your back end to get your healing up, this one's going to probably do everything just in one. On top of that, it has boost limit break potential 26, which means you're going to get limit break damage plus 40%. Now, I do not know if this limit break potency adds to Aerith's healing wind. If you guys know, please let me know in the comments below. I'm very curious to hear about that. But if it does, This weapon is by far and large the best healing sub weapon in the entire game. It is absolutely incredible. So if you do have copies of it, congratulations, it's going to be great. These are the crystal gloves right here, and this has been kind of like a staple in my Cloud Thunder God build. This is a great way to get him a ton of HP while also getting him the lightning potential, because a lot of the sub weapons for stacking elemental potency tend to not have HP. However, this one right here is going to give you 62 points. So if you ever have any characters that are low on HP and you really need to jump them up, having something that can really jump their HP like that, I mean, 62 points is almost at plus 90% right here, right? It's going to get you to 50 HP plus 80%, so pretty damn insane. I thought that was pretty good, worth looking at. Any of these where you can hit 62 in the main slot are going to be pretty phenomenal. And last but not least, we have the 4-point shuriken. This one has HP as opposed to physical attack, as we saw in the first two of Yuffie's weapons. It has buff debuff extension, plus 39 points. All in all, a great weapon if you want to enhance the capacity of your buffer slash debuffer in your party. So yeah, that being said, honestly, there's endless potential here. Once again, my recommendation is wait and build weapons based on the content that you are having trouble clearing. That is how I use my weapon vouchers. That is how I level up weapons to 80 or even 90, and now at this point level 120. I think that's going to give you guys the easiest time going forward in the game and just overall having fun with the game. That being said, if you guys enjoyed this video today, don't forget to drop a like. Thank you guys so much. I would appreciate it. And if you're keen on future content, don't forget to sub to the channel. That being said, hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care and peace.